The Renewed Hope agenda is a year old today.
That's right.
In the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And what best time to analyze the journey so far as we do a deep dive on the promises and what may have been delivered or is still in the process of being delivered. Where are Nigerians on the performance review of the Tinubu administration? And the other half of our coverage tonight, today, will be on Nigeria's journey, especially under the current democratic dispensation from 1999 to date. 25 years so far. A very interesting journey, I might add. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. Good morning once again, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Nigeria. As Abdullahi had said, from Abakaliki to Sokoto, from Maiduguri to the farthest point in the other side of the divide. It promises to be a very inciting edition today. I'm Sunday Michael Ogo. I want to urge you to please stay tuned as you will get all of the best from Trust TV this morning.
Yeah. Talking about all of the best, we didn't quite get a very clear picture about what to expect today, because normally, I mean, traditionally, it is not unprecedented to not get a nation address this morning from the president. However, Nigerians are accustomed to getting these, annual address about the state of the nation, where we are today, what the government is doing to address all of our challenges and issues. However, it appears we're not going to get it in the first year of the Tinubu administration. And we don't know actually what to expect, because even the presidency is not aligned with regards to the itinerary for today.
If you ask me, I would tell you it's a mixed opportunity. People had looked forward to it, especially given the fact that there had been so much noise about a one-year celebration. We've seen a week-long brief from just about every ministry in this administration trying to tell us somehow what they think they have done in the last 1 year. We thought a presidential address would have capped that beautifully, coming from the president, who had given us what should appear as a honest evaluation of the last 365
We'd love to hear what he thinks of his performance of the state of the nation,
and what he makes of all of the complaints and the comments that we have made about the cost of living crisis, if you like. But that's not happening. We are not sure what is going to happen. There have been conflicting statements from two persons who are credibly spokespersons of the president, if you like, in their right. One of them saying there will be a brief, no, not the traditional brief, but an address of the Joint Assembly of the National Assembly, and thereafter follow up with the commissioning of the presidential library. But there had been a counter narrative from another spokesperson of the president,
one who is, resident in the villa.
That's right.
And I think Chief Adrian Gilali's
Are you sure the other is not resident in the villa?
I don't know about Bayo and Anuga, but I think in terms of the superiority of the information that we keep getting from the presidency, I think you can tell that Adrian Gilali is the point man. I mean, we've had a similar situation with Malam Garbashu and Femi Adesina, but it never got to this point where they are contradicting each other. And I think this is quite telling about the direction the administration is going. Plus, your point about the president capping things up with his own address, that is what he tasked his ministers to do over the past 1 week or so, to go out there and give real out there scorecard, talk to Nigerians, talk to the press, talk about all of the achievement, talk about the challenges and everything. And we expect that as the commander-in-chief, he's going to talk to us directly. I mean, he has not been shy of doing that over the past few months.
If you find it expedient to ask your lieutenants to give account, I mean, it is even more expedient
on you to do same.
On you to do same. That's just what Nigerians are saying. But this tradition did not start with him. It started with the previous president, who broke out of tradition on several occasions. And I recall his spokesperson would tell us at that time that it's a question of style, stylistics, whatever that means, and that the president is just not comfortable doing the usual. But I mean, we don't get to hear from the president often. It will make sense that at important at important milestones that we get the opportunity to hear and give us the room, to also compare notes. Because there are things he sees, and standing from where we are, we find it very difficult to understand.
So this was, of course, just for those of you who are feeling nostalgic about it, this was how the journey started. On a very bright and beautiful, what day was it? On May 29 again?
Yeah, May 29, 2022.
No, I mean day.
I think it was a Wednesday.
Was it a Wednesday?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a.
Yeah.
No, it was a Wednesday on May 29, 2023. If my memories do not fail me.
Okay.
Yes.
I think the producer thinks it happened on a Tuesday, but regardless, today is officially the first anniversary. You can see there the passing of the baton, as you may describe it, from the then Buhari administration to the Tinubu administration, and this was a day that stands out for obvious reasons, right? Famously, in that inaugural speech, the president made some remarks that, if you ask a lot of Nigerians today, is responsible for the quagmire, the difficulty, the challenges that we continue to face today. Because in those remarks, in those statements that he made on his inauguration day, subsidies gone, hit the ground running, deliver on all of the promises made during the campaigns, and we're gonna revisit some of those comments made by the president then. It was a bold move. A lot of people cheered him on. The international community apparently was happy about those pronouncements. They thought it was a bold move. He was, making Nigeria swallow the red pill, the tough pill, so that we can, set aright the trajectory of our economy. But 1 year down the line, how well have we traveled this road of actualizing the renewed hope agenda? And I think the manifesto being capped as renewed hope agenda is quite telling. I mean, he used it before in Lagos, I might add, to some success, to be fair to the president. But right now, I think the jury is out on what Nigerians think of the renewed hope agenda.
I mean, it's not just about what Nigerians think. It's they are now feeling it. The impact has completely taken root. I mean, it is about the cost of food items on the shelves in the supermarket or even the conventional market. It's about the cost of petrol. It's about the cost of electricity. It's about the cost of energy, cost of transportation. So it's not just about a verdict from some hypothesis. It's about the reality that Nigerians are living. But the constant message, it does appear from the president and the president's men, is that these sufferings are necessary, for...
And they say this too shall pass.
And,
he talked about sacrifice on multiple occasions.
On multiple occasions.
I think last week he also said the bleeding has stopped. And I think our analysis will cover all of the rhetorics that the administration has used to describe where we are today. Whether the bleeding has actually stopped or not, I think Nigerians will weigh in on this.
We have just basically covered it up. That way, the bandages will be soaking up the bleeding, but the hemorrhage
would be there. Exactly. So it's a complicated situation, really. And we'd like to kick things off. We will, of course, bring you so many features on this particular segment. The business side of it will be coming up in about 2 hours' time or so, where we'll x-ray some of the economic conversations around the reforms, all of the things that are not particularly fine-tuned, the impact it is having. We just talked about inflation at an all-time high, the floating of the naira also vis-a-vis some of its implications on our economy today, the production capacity of Nigeria when it comes to the oil sector, and many other things that we would look forward to unpacking for you on this very special coverage. For now, we'll kick things off with a report capturing the mood of the country, looking back at the 1 year of the Tinubu administration in Nigeria. It's put together by Noel Sampson. Take a look.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of...
The last 1 year has indeed been a period Nigerians will remember many years down the line, as the coming of the President Bola Tinubu administration ushered the country into a season of an unprecedented surge in the cost of goods and services. 1 year down the line, stakeholders have been speaking on the administration's policies and programs and their impact on the country.
To that extent, we need to put issues in context that the approval rating of Mr. President is very low at this point in time, but it's a shared responsibility and shared blame among all the elective political office holders, particularly the president and the governors. We have 36 governors, we have the executive president, and all of them are drawing budgets. The states are getting funding every month. What are they doing with it?
The impact of such policy decisions of the present administration in the lives of an average Nigerian. We have seen a couple of policy decisions of government that have not gone down well. And we have also seen some aggravated suffering, hardship, and which have also lowered the standard of living of Nigerians.
They also highlighted what the government can do to turn things around.
We need sincerity of purpose. We need commitment. We need collaboration, robust engagement among the three tiers of government.
So there should be some level of systematic policies of government, and they should implement it in a manner that it will not be also bringing such kind of ripple effect or a sort of counterproductive, in the sense that you apply the policies and make sure that it gives the required outcome.
Some FCT residents commented on the performance of the administration so far.
But you know, Nigerian system is our president, so there's nothing we can do about it. So we're expecting that things that have gone wrong in the Buhari administration, he will come in to help us to repair it. But for the past 1 year, I will not lie, it has been rough for the whole Nigeria. I'm not speaking for only myself. Everything has become so difficult.
1 year has been a difficulty for Nigerians. A lot of people have been experiencing hard time, complaining here and there about the government is not favoring and is stepping everything. The price of things go up, and people they were unable to afford a lot of things. Price of things change, fuel change, and it has not been easy all around for people.
Nigerians are hopeful that going forward, the present administration will work towards making life easier for the average Nigerian. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.